Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Lauren. I do random content on my channel whenever I can. So today, we are going to cover some disturbing pieces of lost media. Most you may know, some you may not. I do want to stress that some of these pieces of media are pretty dark and some of these topics will cover death. My sincere condolences go out to the families of those mentioned in this video. Like mentioned, due to the dark nature of these entries, I'm going to issue a content warning for this video. Complete credit to the Lost Media Wiki, and without further ado, sit back, relax, grab a snack, and let's dive into 8 disturbing pieces of lost media.
Chubbuck is in critical condition tonight. Seconds before shooting herself, Ms. Chubbuck told WXLT TV viewers, the woman host of a local television broadcast in Sarasota, Florida this morning pulled out a gun and shot herself in the head while the program was on the air.
The suicide of Christine Chubbuck. On the morning of July 15, 1974, Christine Chubbuck went on the air covering 3 national stories and 1 local one. Unbeknownst to everyone in the studio, this would be the day she would take her own life, making this known to be the first on-air suicide. Christine had been battling depression for years, as well as undergoing an operation that hindered her chances of having a child. Several years earlier, she had attempted to take her own life by overdosing on pills. Prior to the incident, Christine had volunteered to produce a story on suicide. During her research, she had asked a police officer how would someone go about taking their own life, and the sheriff revealed what would be the best method and what kind of gun he would use. On July 15th, Christine went on the air covering the 4th local story, in which the reel jammed. Christine then said, in keeping with the WXLT practice of presenting the most immediate and complete reports of local blood and guts news, TV 40 Presents was believed to be a television first, in living color exclusive coverage of an attempted suicide. She then pulled a revolver from her bag and shot herself. The footage was said to be in the hands of the news station, but in 2016, the footage was given to a large law firm to ensure that no one would ever get their hands on it. However, in early 2021, an audio was released by the YouTuber Adios, and they acquired what has been generally accepted to be a legitimate audio from the incident. The audio does exist on YouTube, but I will not be playing it out of respect for Christine and her family. As of now, the footage does exist, but does not plan on being released anytime soon. Rugrats' incredible storyboard jam. Probably one of the most disgusting pieces of Nickelodeon lost media I have ever encountered, the Rugrats storyboard jam is very disturbing. A storyboard jam is a storyboard that is passed around the production crew as a way to let off steam from the work being done. Sometime in 1998, the production crew of Rugrats had passed around a storyboard jam titled Incredible. Page 3 of the storyboard is the only found page of the storyboard, which shows Tommy giving Angelica a drink that consisted of a lot of different shit put into it. Dee Dee then shows up for a quick second until Stu shoves her out of the way. Tommy then starts convulsing after drinking the drink, and then it just gets worse from there. The storyboard entails and alludes to abuse, incest, pedophilia, and much more, which mind you is showcased in the only found page. The full storyboard eventually got much more worse and graphic in its content, especially with Angelica and Stu. Steve Russell, one of the animators/directors of Rugrats, who was notable for adding the 3rd page in the storyboard comic, recounted this: I was disgusted even when I saw what had become of the comic. Eventually, the comic was confiscated by Nickelodeon executives. It is unknown if any of the other pages were locked away or destroyed, but it is highly unlikely that they will be released anytime soon. La Rosa de Guadalupe, Adios, Inocencia. La Rosa de Guadalupe is a Spanish novela that usually discusses a variety of topics in a novella drama setting. Although the novella is popular, it has been widely criticized for its depictions of certain situations, one of them being this one in particular. On July 12, 2012, in the state of Mexico, El Campamento Colibri, or the Hummingbird Camp, was the victim of an attack by an armed group comprised of 12 people. About 90 people at the camp were attacked, with 7 teens being tortured, sexually harassed, and robbed. The perpetrators were soon caught and prosecuted. However, this event would serve as the inspiration for an episode titled Adios, Inocencia, or Goodbye Innocence. A sneak peek of the episode aired on August 10th, 2012, a little less than a month since the attack, which caused uproar among the parents and families of the victims, which caused them to send complaints to Televisa. The episode synopsis is as follows. Carolina and Magda attend a camping site where they thought they would have a great time. It turned out to be quite the opposite. They wound up in a living hell when a group of criminals assaulted the campsite and raped the girls, one of them being Magda. 4 years has passed since that terrible period in their lives. Carolina has been full of hatred and resentment until one day she casually finds the rapist and makes a decision: revenge. Carolina's plan is to torture then kill him. Only a miracle can save her from the anger that consumes her life. The episode only exists through the initial sneak peek. It is unknown if Televisa has a copy of the episode or if it has been destroyed. But due to the controversy surrounding this episode, it's unlikely that we will see a resurface.
Picture of the frantic moments when spectators and SeaWorld employees alike realized a trainer was being attacked by a killer whale.
The death of Don Brancheau. Don Brancheau was a SeaWorld trainer who, in 2010, was tragically killed by Tilikum, the largest killer whale held in captivity. She was the first death at SeaWorld that resulted from a whale attack, which made the United States authorize a law that required SeaWorld trainers to only interact with an orca behind a barrier. Dawn was a well-known perfectionist who taped all of her shows so she could watch them to improve her performance. So this particular performance with Tilikum was recorded fully through, even when the killer whale held several parts of her body. A snippet of the footage recorded was used in the 2013 Blackfish documentary. However, it cuts off before the whale attack. The full footage has never surfaced and it is unknown who holds it. Other accounts from people who may have been recording never surfaced either. As of now, the video is partially found.
Orange County's sheriff deputies have identified the 27-year-old man found dead in a killer whale's tank at SeaWorld. The victim is Daniel P. Dukes from South Carolina. Dukes was found yesterday draped over the back of Tilikum, the largest orca held in captivity.
Well, all I know.
The death of Daniel Dukes. Daniel Dukes is the second person to die at the hands of Tilikum. On July 6, 1999, Daniel snuck into SeaWorld Orlando and went skinny dipping in Tilikum's sleep tank. Tilikum reportedly thrashed Daniel around the tank and eventually killed him. The following morning, Tilikum was seen with Daniel's lifeless body on his back. The whale had caused so many injuries that autopsy reporters could not determine the actual cause of death, and Daniel's funeral was held closed casket due to the amount of damage that was done to his face. There is a possibility that Daniel's death was caught on security camera footage. However, the footage has never resurfaced and SeaWorld has never confirmed it. Act Age. Act Age was a manga series written by Tatsuya Matsuki and published by Weekly Shonen Jump from January 2018 to August 2020. In August of 2020, Tatsuya Matsuki was arrested for inappropriately touching two female middle school students, causing the series to be cancelled by Shueisha. It was later confirmed that Shiro Usasaki, the manga's illustrator, was given the green light to continue Act Age through a new writing partner. However, she declined and decided to cancel the series as she felt it would hurt the victims of the crime to see a work created by their assailant still being published. After Tatsuya's arrest, Viz Media deleted all chapters from their website, although re-uploads can still be found. Plans to release the chapters in volume format were cancelled in both Japanese and English. As the series ended at volume 3, 102 chapters went unreleased. Unreleased chapters or content that was made prior to the crime was cancelled, and the series is not officially in print anymore, leaving the series in both English and Japanese to be at risk of being completely lost.
Sad story coming to us out of Penn State, and the prosecutor in this case has filed 850 charges in the death of Timothy Piazza, a sophomore engineering major from New Jersey who, according to his family attorney, just wanted to belong.
The death of Timothy Piazza. On February 2nd, 2017, Pennsylvania State University student Timothy Piazza participated in a hazing ritual imposed by the Beta Theta Pi fraternity, which led to his death. As of recent, most fraternities and sororities have been cracked down on and exposed for forcing members to participate in incidents of hazing during recruitment and even as a member of the house itself. Many, however, have still continued to do it, just hiding it a bit better. Prior to this incident with Timothy, in 2009, Beta Theta Pi was placed on probation, which caused the house to be forbidden from allowing the consumption of alcohol within the vicinity. However, members still continued to illegally drink on the premises and conducted illegal binge drinking hazing rituals. On February 2nd, Timothy would undergo a binge drinking hazing ritual nicknamed the Gauntlet, which tasked each pledge member to engage in consuming various alcoholic drinks in a quick manner, including beer, vodka, and wine, which the golden rule of drinking is to never mix your drinks. 14 people, including Timothy, engaged in this pledge, with Timothy and 11 others being under the age of 21. He consumed 18 alcoholic drinks within an hour and 22 minutes, as well as having taken medications to tackle depression prior to drinking the alcohol, which can worsen the effect of alcohol. Timothy staggered to the front door but was met with a door for the basement. He fell down the basement's flight of stairs, causing him to go unconscious and rupture his spleen in the process, which in turn caused blood to pour into his abdomen. Some frat brothers brought him back into the living room and had not called 911. Some of those frat brothers, Daniel Casey and Joseph Ems, began slapping Timothy, allegedly contributing to Timothy's shattered spleen. Around 3:49 a.m., he awoke alone and fell unconscious once again for an hour. Once he awoke, he staggered towards the front door, but fell onto an iron railing, inflicting further head trauma. At 6:49 a.m., Timothy hadn't left yet and had visible pain on the couch. Kobe Queno, another pledge for the frat, had filmed a Snapchat video of Timothy before leaving. Timothy staggered around and fell down the basement flight of stairs for a second time. By the time three brothers arrived and found him, Timothy was unconscious with a bloody face, his body was cold, and he was struggling to breathe. They carried him back to the couch, and before calling 911, they discussed the legal ramifications of Timothy's condition. They attempted to clear up evidence by trying to dress Timothy up and cleaning up the blood. The surveillance video of that night was also erased. At 10:48 a.m., almost 12 hours since Timothy met with the frat for the ritual, 911 was finally called. Surgeons determined that Timothy had suffered from a ruptured spleen, which spilled around 80% of his blood into his abdomen, a class 4 hemorrhagic shock, and a swollen brain. Despite attempts to save his life, 19-year-old Timothy passed away on February 4th, 2017, from unrecoverable brain damage. In May 2017, 1,098 charges were filed. Daniel Casey was charged with 201 counts, Brendan Young was charged with 200 counts, Jonah Newman was charged with 79 counts, Lars Kenyon 52 counts, Nick Kubera more than 50 counts, and Ryan Foster and Edward Gilmartin were both charged with 1 count of tampering with evidence. In November 2017, 10 to 14 more members were charged in connection with Timothy's death. In 2021, the Timothy J. Piazza anti-hazing law was approved and introduced in August 2021. As of 2023, Pennsylvania v. Alpha Upsilon remains ongoing, with 2 defendants, Young and Casey, having yet been tried. State College Police and the FBI discovered the basement surveillance video that had been manually erased by a Beta Theta Pi member. The footage was recovered, and the crucial evidence of 13 hours of the incident and Timothy's final moments were recorded. Considering the disturbing nature of the footage, the court case is being ongoing, and out of respect for Timothy and his family, the chances of it being released to the public is very, very slim.
Owen Hart, known as the Blue Blazer, was killed performing a pre-match stunt. As Raj Ahluwalia reports, this time his fans, family, and fellow wrestlers are truly in shock.
The death of Owen Hart. On May 23, 1999, professional wrestler Owen Hart fell from the rafters of the Kemper Arena in Kansas City, Missouri, during a pay-per-view taping of WWF Over the Edge 1999. Owen was supposed to perform a stunt before his Intercontinental Championship match against fellow wrestler The Godfather. He was supposed to unlatch his harness a couple of feet above the ring so he can land on his face for comedic effect. However, his harness was accidentally unlatched prematurely, causing Owen to fall 24 meters chest first onto the top rope, flinging violently into the ring. He was severely impacted due to the fall, and he later died due to blunt force trauma to the chest. Footage of Owen's fatal fall exists on tape, due to WWF cameras rolling at the time of the accident, and it was confirmed by former WWF announcer Kevin Kelly in May 2013 that the tape sits in the WWE archive in Stamford, Connecticut, with instructions that read never to destroy, view, or duplicate. Well guys, that was 8 disturbing pieces of lost media that I had found on the Lost Media Wiki. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did try to take inspiration that some of you guys did give me for topics to talk about, as well as topics that either intrigued me or that I knew about and wanted to know a bit more about, if that makes sense. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Comment down below what else you guys want me to talk about on my channel. And yeah, with all that being said, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time on my channel. Bye guys.